Well, howdy, 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 everybody. Teresa here, and...
Napping Brad.
What?
Napping Brad.
You're not napping now.
I was.
But you're not now.
I'm not now.
Good.
Lower.
Lower.
No.
Lower.
Love you.
Love you, too.
Okay, talk to them. Okay.
It is June 15th, 2016. At 5:08 p.m., people. I know, this is doing this one a little bit later, but that's what you get. It is 87 degrees out right now. Real feel it says is 102. The high was 87. The low was 77. It's been raining and rumbling off and on last night and today, which we enjoy. We were sitting outside this morning. All of a sudden it started raining, and we come watching that storm come rolling in. We were fogged in. The bay was fogged. Behind us was clear. That was pretty cool. You know, and all of a sudden we looked up and it was solid gray. And then came the rain. So we had to hustle the dogs inside and stuff. You know, nothing like they're getting in Texas. I saw a video that Mabel's Moms, as another YouTuber that I really enjoy watching. They are a very happily married lesbian couple with a baby, and I love watching their vlogs. But you should have seen the rain coming down. They live in Texas. It was just in whole sheets of water, honey. It was just incredible.
Wow.
But
at least here it has somewhere to go. When it rains here, it goes into the ocean real quick.
Yeah.
Or through the sand.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, and it's supposed to kind of be like that the rest of the week. So on this Wednesday afternoon. Wednesday already. So yesterday we took a nap, and I don't know if I'd already said that. And then barbecue chicken outside, and I made a pasta salad. And
it was good.
Your chicken was good.
No, the pasta salad was good.
And then he went fishing. He did some night fishing. Actually, some of our neighbors were down there too. Ed and who?
Jeannie.
Ed and his wife Jeannie.
Nice people.
Very nice people. Well, Brad went down there. I didn't go because, of course, I don't have a fishing license, and that's kind of like rubbing salt into a wound to have me go down there too. And you know, I kind of enjoy having a little bit of alone time and just kind of watch some YouTube videos and doing some looming. So that's what I did while he was gone. And then when he got back, we watched a movie. We started watching the movie Alive, but you couldn't really hear it on Netflix. And then we watched the movie. What was it called? The Do-Over?
Yeah.
And it was an Adam Sandler movie. It was not his classic funny movie. It was probably my most unfavorite movie he's done, really. Because usually I love all this stuff. So, but you know, you're not gonna have everyone a winner. So, you know, one of them probably other people that just loved it too. What else did we do? That was, I did some looming, like I said, and I did list on Etsy. This hat is actually mine, but I listed the image of, and I make these to order. So you know, if you have, you know, I let you pick out the color. Then you tell me if you want it with or without a hat or a flower. You know, because I don't have to put the flower on. It's a very open weave little cap, and looks like I can make them in any color, and with or without flower, and this fits in like that. It's a nice summer cap, so if you don't really feel like do anything with your hair. Maybe you've been out the lake. Maybe you've been out the beach or the pool. Your hair is a mess. But now your family wants to go with women. Whenever we're a mess, the family's going to want to go somewhere. They're going to want to go to a restaurant, or they're going to want to go somewhere. And you know dang well, if you look like a ragamuffin, you're going to run into everybody you know. That's just the rule.
That looks good on you.
Thank you.
I like it. I've seen it, but first time I've seen it on.
This is a hot neon pink or orange, I don't know. It's kind of salmon color. And I'm making another one for myself in this hot neon green. I know it looks kind of a mint green there, but trust me, it's a neon green. So I'm making myself one like this in that color, but with no flower. So yeah, so the link is below if you're interested in looking at my Etsy. I really am hoping to get some orders in, because that's how we are buying groceries and car gas right now. So, you know, if you're interested. But besides doing that, we stayed up till 2 watching that movie.
Man.
So much for getting to sleep earlier.
I'm getting too old for that stuff.
No, you're not. We do it just about every night.
I know.
I know.
No.
I know. We be partiers, man.
I can't hang with you youngins.
I told Brad, I said, I finally feel like, you know, that this time for us to get to do what we want to do.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we're done raising kids, you know, and we're done with the normal corporate world and that stuff. So now it's finally get to do what I want to do, you know, so, and what he wants to do too. So, today we had, you know, about $15 to work with. We picked up quite a bit of stuff, though. Brad picked up, how many pounds of potatoes would you say altogether you probably picked up? Maybe 8?
Oh, yeah, probably.
Maybe 8? Or no, probably 6. That's right, because that one was a partial bag left. He probably picked up about 6 pounds of potatoes. He picked up some onions, milk, a gallon of milk that will make last for a couple weeks. And what else?
Eggs.
Eggs. He picked up eggs. Eggs were on sale at that little grocery store there in PANACEA. They were like $1.12 for an 18-pack. Well, that's a really good price. I said that. Oh, and popsicles. Popsicles. He was worried about me having popsicles. I already was prepared just to be without, so, you know. We could always use some of those molds to make some of the fruit ones. That's what a lot of people do, honey.
Yeah, use those molds, and we got those strawberries.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It even shows that on there.
Yeah.
You could do that.
Okay. Don't give me bad looks.
So besides that, I'm just going to be doing some looming. I'm going to cook dinner here in a little bit. I'm going to make breaded pork chops and breaded fried pork chops and some stuffing. And I think we're probably going to have either broccoli or whatever kind of vegetable Brad decides.
Broccoli.
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 So we're going to probably have some broccoli. Maybe we'll put some of that jarred cheese on it.
Yeah.
You know, something like that. So that we're going to have that, and Brad is going to sit and do some jewelry tonight. I don't know if he's going fishing tonight or not. No. He said no. And then just normal stuff. Okay, now.
We're normal?
I said normal stuff. I didn't say we were normal. Okay, now. Focus, Bradley.
Okay, this way.
We'll talk about, this is going to probably piss a few people off. That's my channel in our opinion. Our channel, even though you always see my mug-a-lug, mainly. But it really upsets me. Okay, y'all know that we moved to Florida. And don't worry, we're not anywhere near Orlando. We're way up in the Panhandle, right below Tallahassee, and stuff. But this tragedy You know, it's hard enough dealing with the tragedy of the 50 people who died in the shooting, plus the other, I think it was 49 that were wounded, the last I read. Was it 49 or 53?
I thought it was 53 were wounded and 49 had passed away.
Okay. Something like that, yeah. You know, that's sad enough. But then the tragedy of this little 2-year-old boy who was dragged off by an alligator. But when did they stop having to be responsible for your children in public settings? You know, we had just not long ago where that gorilla was killed because that 3-year-old got into that enclosure, which to me the parents weren't watching. I don't care if she had other children with her. You don't take more children than you can actually watch. They do make leashes for the children. You know, all kinds of cute backpacks, or even the wrist ones, or I assume belt ones. I don't know. For a child to go missing long enough to go through, over a wall, through the wires and everything, I mean, somebody wasn't watching that child for quite a while. With the alligator. Okay, now I heard one dipshit reporter talk about, well, it was probably because the parents were from Nebraska. They didn't realize the dangers of alligators. Okay, I'm from Wyoming. And I knew before I moved here the dangers of alligators. Also, and she was like, she couldn't believe that Disney would have in their lagoon an alligator. Okay, Disney cannot control every natural thing that would happen in any body of water. You know, I mean, alligators will go into any body of water. There are a lot of canals and ponds connecting that lagoon. That's where they think that alligator probably came in through. And evidently, there are quite a few alligators in that area, because the last report that my husband read was there are 5 alligators now that have been euthanized because they're looking for the remains. Okay, why are you euthanizing these alligators? Because just because you find an alligator that might have that child's remains doesn't mean that's the alligator that attacked the child, drug the child underneath water, and so subsequently the child died. Again, there was posted no swimming along that lagoon. But because everybody thinks, oh, isn't that cute? Little Johnny is dancing and splashing and playing in the lagoon in a foot of water. We don't need to obey the signs. No swimming means you don't get in the water, period. There's a reason why they post that. Somebody said, oh, well, they didn't think that no swimming was sufficient. Well, do you need to be explained everything? That is that facility's rule. Just obey it. You know, they can't control everything that goes on, and next thing you're going to want to know, if they hadn't had that, you're going to want to know why they didn't have lifeguards or something. If they posted dangerous alligators, everybody's going to freak out. Alligators can walk on the land, but I mean, to me, it's very sad to see these animals euthanized for doing what comes naturally. Yes, it's sad that child died, but the parents should be held responsible for not watching that child, for not demanding and taking that child by his hand and saying, you're not supposed to be in the water here. This is not a play area. You need to come over here with us. This was a movie night at that resort. You weren't supposed to be in the water. There's plenty of other swimming pools all around there. I'm sure the resort had its own swimming pool. But that lagoon, you're not supposed to be in. in that area, all over, are signs about no swimming. A lot of the places are fenced off. It's because alligators will be in any body of water they can find. The saying is, you give them a cup of water and you're going to have 20 alligators. Especially in the heat. This is 9 o'clock at night, too. It's dark. Why is that child playing in there making, it was like ringing a dinner bell. I'm sorry, but it was. It amazed me. Now the gorilla was killed. They've killed 5 alligators so far. In Yellowstone, the state that I'm from, in Wyoming, they had a buffalo calf that had to be euthanized because these people decided that, they saw this buffalo calf alongside the road and they waited and they didn't know what to do, so they put the calf in the vehicle. And I think they meant well. But the calf had been handled enough that the calf couldn't be reintroduced in the herd, and they had to euthanize the calf. Then, not too far, about 100 miles from where we used to live, somebody found an antelope calf. Fawn. Yep. Antelope fawn. They decided to put the antelope fawn in their vehicle, and these people were from Wyoming, should have known better. And they even took pictures of the dog licking the fawn. The fawn sitting on the human's laps and stuff. The game and fish, by the time that they got wind of it and got hold of the fawn, said, we don't know if this, it's been handled so much and stuff, we don't know if we can reintroduce this fawn into any herd again. I don't know what happened with that. I mean, no. We've got to respect animals. They are wild animals, people. That's why you don't let Johnny climb over the enclosure and the wires and do that. And yes, I've been a parent, clearly. Yes, I've worked at daycares and run daycares where it had numerous children. You don't take on more than you can handle. And you make everybody hold their hand and everybody stand right by you. It's just like parents that let their kids run all over in a restaurant thinking it's so cute. Well, I'm sorry, I don't think it is when I'm trying to eat my food and little Johnny's breathing down my neck or slamming into me. I don't think it's funny. Yeah. I'm like, little Johnny would be really cute if he was sitting over there right by his mom. I love kids to death. Don't get me wrong, as long as they're well behaved. But the parents need to be held responsible for their child now, an innocent child being dead because they couldn't, they didn't make the child stay by them,
Well, and then, I did a Facebook post on it, and then the thing that really, really, really pisses me off is I wouldn't be surprised if these families don't sue the institutions, and then they're going to win because they were an irresponsible parent. They're going to claim that it was the zoo's fault that the kid fell down in the
Well, somebody had already said that the zoo should have had better enclosures and stuff.
Keep the kid on a leash.
Yeah.
And then it's going to be Disney World's fault because, they hadn't pulled the teeth of all the alligators so they couldn't be harmful.
Yeah.
And when does it get to be a time when parents have to accept responsibility for their actions or inactions?
Yeah. It's like, you have to be responsible for your children and making them behave. And no, children don't always behave. And I'm not talking about a special needs child or anything like that because they are totally different. But we're talking about normal children that the parent just kind of like, I don't want to be bothered right now, so, I'll just let little Johnny do whatever. Yeah. Little Johnny's dead, and you're hoping to find bits and pieces of little Johnny, quite frankly. And somebody, I know what I was going to say, Somebody was like, well, Disney should be held responsible. I'm sorry, I gotta tell you guys, my daughter did an internship. My oldest daughter, while she was in college. That's when we first came to Florida. She did an internship for 6 months down here at Disney World. People die at Disney World. Workers even die at Disney World. Disney World and the Disney company cannot control everything. They do a phenomenal job. I've never seen a theme park cleaner. That theme park is always clean and well run and a beautiful experience. But they can't control everything. They can't control the natural animal to that area that would come in. That's like saying that you want them to also control the birds that might fly in. Yeah. Or the bugs that might fly in. Yeah. You know, I mean, they can't control everything. You know, I'm sure there's probably even some wild hogs on their property that, you know, there's probably some things going on behind that you guys never see that goes on, you know, for them to control some of these things. I know alligators are a huge problem here in Florida and stuff, but let's not all go on a rampage killing them all. There also is a limit on how many you're allowed to kill also, you know, and stuff. And I hate to see like that. They killed those 5 alligators just looking for the remains. Well, like I said, what good is that going to do? What good is that going to do? I mean, you know. So, like I said, it's just my opinion. Our opinion. We're entitled to it. It's our channel. You don't need to send me any hate mail or hate comments. You know, that's just the way we feel. We're just these older people going, you know, control your kids. We made our kids behave. You know, I mean, yeah, kids act up and they throw a fit, but, you know, a parent not wanting a child to throw a fit because the child is upset that you won't let the child go play in the water right now is far better than having a dead child. You know. You know, so I see that so many parents now, they don't make their children behave and they overindulge massively whatever the child wants. Don't stop overindulging. It doesn't hurt to say no or make your child work for something. You know, we weren't overindulged. In fact, you know, we didn't have a whole lot. You know, that's what I think makes us able to survive today is we're used to make and do. You know. Right, honey?
Right, baby.
So anyway, that's our opinion. You know.
Good, bad, or otherwise.
Yeah. You know, good, bad, wrong, or otherwise. It's just how we believe. So, anyway, I hope everybody's having a great day. And I cherish your friendship. Oh, I wanted to say, too, I got some love mail today. I got a beautiful painted postcard from my very good friend, Angie. I think it's Angie Creates on here. It used to be Angie Lupus Life. And she changed it. But she does these beautiful hand-painted cards, which I really love, and this particular one she had sent me. Oh, you guys aren't gonna be able to see it.
Can we grab the card for you?
Yeah, could you? Because I already hung the card up, Angie. So, but I was like, crap, I can't show them because I already hung it up. I think she thinks I'm kidding. I have the other one hung up here too.
Yeah.
You know, and I have the other one still put up. I just gotta find what box. The original cactus one you sent me.
Is this the one? Is that
yeah,
the one?
yeah. This is the card that she sent me. Isn't it beautiful? And this is all hand painted. Yep, that's all hand painted. I won't show you the other side because, well, I could because it's just, the other side is just, you know, personal. But, yeah, I love this. And it's layered and it's painted. You can see it's the 3 dimensions kind of when I do that. Thank you, honey.
You're welcome.
But yeah, it really cheered me up. It's just nice to have somebody go, hey, you know, thinking about you.
Yeah.
So, you know, that meant a lot. So, I hope everybody has a terrific day. It's hump day for you people that are still in the workforce. And what? Brad's weird.
No, I'm the normal one.
No, you're not normal.
Yeah.
No, he's not normal. No, he's not normal.
I am the normal one.
So, anyway, that's all we got going on in this neck of the woods. We're still adjusting and still going over some things. You know, had a nice little chit chat with another friend today that was fun and stuff. You know. So, anyway, talk to you guys later, and remember that we love you guys. Say bye, Brad.
Bye, Brad.